Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm
morning.
Charlie Cotton.
I'm Eric Colley.
Eric Colley. It's good
In
to
for
be
Charlie
here.
Neff today.
In for Charlie Neff. She is busy working on this breaking Russell Brand story.
Right.
Pretty
Serious,
crazy.
Serious stuff against him.
So we knew like 18 months ago that he was being under investigation. Well, yeah, he was officially charged with rape and sexual assault. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about David Beckham's sons, Brooklyn and Romeo, are feuding over a girl.
But a girl that both of them have dated.
Yes, they're Eskimo brothers.
They're just brothers.
Okay,
right?
they're just brothers. And finally, let's get some more Blake Lively spice in there at the end, because the donut shop she went to without a hairnet on is now under investigation. I mean, it's just so petty and funny.
It's petty, but it's not wrong.
Right.
I don't think.
Right. But she must just think like the world is caving in. Like, I can't do anything right.
Can't do anything.
Right.
Can't do anything right.
We are live on YouTube, so if you're watching, please leave any comments about the stories we're going to talk about if you think Eric should replace Neff permanently.
No, Charlie wouldn't want that. I'm not here to take her job.
You've got your own podcast, don't you?
I do. It's called Get to the Hook with Charles.
All
The
about
music podcast.
music.
Right.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Everybody's podcasts, these music podcasts, Australia podcasts, death
You've
podcasts.
got a new one?
Just like TMZ, man. Crazy.
We're busy. We're always busy.
Russell Brand is facing charges of rape and sexual assault following a year and a half investigation from London's Metropolitan Police. So these charges include 1 count of rape, indecent assault, oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault. The allegations are spanning way back from 99 to 2005 is when these things
Which
happened.
is before Russell Brand was famous at all.
Right.
1999,
1999, he hadn't even hosted, done anything. I looked at his Wikipedia. He was like, I guess he was probably doing comedy in some degree, but
Yeah.
he was essentially a nobody. And that's when the rape allegedly happened in 99.
and these charges are from 4 different women.
Exactly, must be said, 4 different women, 4 different accounts. A while ago, all of these sort of allegations came out, and I guess that there's enough evidence to charge the guy. But, you know, he's over here. All of these incidents occurred in England, but Russell Brand is residing in America right now. So
Right.
he'll either have to fly back or they'll try to extradite him. But he's pretty close friends with Donald
And
Trump these days. So.
He is friends with Donald Trump these days, but also the mood of the country right now is very anti-foreign nationals, criminals especially, like they're deporting everybody. So do they deport or extradite Russell Brand because we consider him a foreign criminal in this country?
No, because he's white.
I'm-
I mean, unfortunately so.
Does he have U.S. citizenship? I don't know if he does or not.
I would doubt that. I mean,
But he was
he'd have a visa of some
married
kind.
to Katy Perry. Did he get citizenship from that?
I don't know. That's a good. I bet
don't
that's where Charlie Neff is right now, trying to figure that out.
Honestly, it probably is. But I don't think he and Katy Perry were even married long enough that he could have gotten citizenship from that.
True,
Uh,
true. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he does, because I could foresee him.
Well, he's
maybe
denying all of it. We should say he's denying all the
yeah.
allegations. He says everything was consensual.
he thinks that this is all made up because people are trying to silence him and he's saying stuff that people don't agree with. So now they're trying to lock him up. It's that whole, like, they're trying to cancel me thing.
Which is so funny. People in these situations we see always go to, I'm being canceled. I'm being canceled. Like, no, if you did this, you're a criminal.
There's a big difference.
Being charged as a criminal is not, I'm being canceled for, a mean tweet.
He thinks that they have targeted, like, the women he's had encounters with and, got their stories to try to quiet him down. He's very popular online. He's got, like, a Rumble. He's got millions of followers who listen to his every word. And
Right.
he's one of these sort of, like, stand up against the man, even though he's friends with the man who's Trump right now.
But and maybe to his point, just play devil's advocate here, these charges all, like you said, are from 1999 to 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Why now? Because he's been famous for a very long time after that period, but still famous for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it coming out now? And that it's also, part of the reports were from Channel 4 and the Sunday Times. So it was a media outlet that was digging into these stories and now has resulted in these charges.
Well, I think that is the answer to your question. Why now? Is that I think a documentary came out, a couple of years ago, maybe,
Right.
which they did their investigation and found these women who said this stuff about Russell Brand. Then I think there was a public outcry. The police then were forced to confront it and take these women seriously. And now I guess they believe the women.
I guess so. It's just interesting that when he first got very famous and was making all these big movies and things, that it wouldn't have come out then.
Yeah. But often it comes out much later, doesn't it?
Usually, but when's the last time you heard about Russell Brand? I mean, I guess you said he's got some right-wing popularity now, but it just seems like if it was a money grab, which I don't think it is because these are criminal charges, it's just odd to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe to Russell's point, like, yeah, they just don't like the things I'm saying, so they're coming after me. But again, even if that is true, if he did these things, it doesn't matter. You still sexually assaulted and raped somebody, allegedly. So
True, I'm with you on that. Even if, like, his negative brand, no pun intended, is a reason that investigators look at him harder. If you rape someone, you rape someone. And
if you did it, you did it.
You did it, you did it. You deserve behind bars.
It will be very hard to prove it, I think. It always is in these cases, but not always impossible. So we could see maybe he gets extradited. Maybe he winds up, facing the consequences for this in the UK.
You don't think Donald Trump might say, I'm not extraditing him, he's my mate?
I don't know. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how Donald Trump gets away with anything.
Well, that's true. But does the UK go along with that?
Do they have to?
I mean, I guess not. That's true. But this is going to be a mess, and we'll see what happens. But it'll be weird if we have some sort of international incident over Russell Brand.
It would be, but I can see it happening.
Yeah, weirder things are happening.
Yes, very true. Okay, on to our next story. David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, their sons, Romeo and Brooklyn, are feuding over Romeo's relationship with this lady named Kim Turnbull. So Kim Turnbull had previously been romantically linked to the other brother, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn's now married to Nicola Peltz. So, I mean, he's moved on.
So yeah, if your brother starts dating your ex, that is weird.
That is weird. Like, you think she's comparing, like, sexual encounters with...
Well, even just... I mean, I don't know what the circumstances of Brooklyn and Kim breaking up was, but then how do you wind up at family functions with... I mean, think of your ex-girlfriends if you now had to go to your parents' birthdays with that person.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
And we've seen now, actually, they don't go to family functions. Brooklyn and Nicola did not show up to David Beckham's 50th birthday party.
Crazy.
They did
That is
not
actually
show up
crazy.
to Victoria's fashion show.
Yeah.
It's caused a rift in the family. Like, he just doesn't want to hang out with his ex, which is understandable.
But if your sibling is in love with someone, don't you prioritize your relationship with your sibling rather than feeling awkward around an ex?
I guess, we're hearing that David and Victoria are okay with Kim, but
Yeah.
Brooklyn's trying to be protective of his brother, Romeo, because if he thinks that she was the bad person in the relationship, you don't want her doing that to your brother.
Yeah, but, like, let my brother make my own mistakes.
Well, sometimes you have to. They're not, are they all adults? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they're old enough to be able to date and make their own decisions.
I understand that it's a tricky position. And I like, if I was, Brooklyn, I wouldn't be, so happy about it. But having said that, this could just be like a family conversation, an awkward conversation, and then you slowly get over it. That now there are reports of feuds and you're not turning up to your dad's 50th. That's a big one.
That's a big one to miss.
You're not turning up to that because you don't like your brother. And I keep getting messed up with these names. Did Romeo even, like, do anything wrong, or does he just like this girl?
Or is it just the literal bro code? Like the literal actual bro code. Imagine that, like, you're Romeo and you're dating Kim and you go to introduce her to your parents. And like, oh yeah, we've met.
Yeah.
we remember her the first time around.
But I wonder if it's going to, like, tear the family apart, or, like...
It seems like David and Victoria, they've been seen hanging out with Brooklyn and, they've been hanging out with Romeo and Kim.
It's impossible to remember these.
I know. So David and Victoria have been seen publicly with Romeo and Kim. So if there's sides to be picked, it seems like they have picked one.
Wow. I'm here for this family feud.
You love the drama.
Oh, you got to love the drama, for sure. Okay.
That is just so weird, though, dating your
Yeah.
sibling's ex.
You've both... What does she
Who
think?
you probably already met when they were dating the first time.
And do you ask Kim, you ask her, like, so who do you prefer? Who's better?
No, you don't ask that because one, she's not going to answer, and even worse, what if she does?
What if
it's not you?
Oh my God.
You don't want to know that.
True, you don't know the answer. Okay, on to our final story. Blake Lively is being slammed for not wearing a hairnet at a donut shop she was working at this week, like as a kind of photo op. I'm normal. I'm at my friend's donut shop glazing donuts.
Yeah, and it's her friend's donut shop. She was there, I guess, to help, but it didn't because now all these complaints have been filed because she didn't wear a hairnet, didn't even have her hair pulled back. And Blake Lively has long hair.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that when you're working with food. You're going to get, I mean, if you went to a donut shop, I want you putting your hair in a net and pulling it back.
I want you putting your beard in a net.
I would.
Right.
You have to when you work in food.
If you're working naked, you have to put everything in a net.
Just come in a full...
Too hairy.
A body hairnet.
Yeah, the Wilton Health Department is now... they've got lots of reports because obviously Blake Lively isn't like a well-liked commodity right now.
Yeah.
So like this donut shop, their Yelp has been under fire. Everyone hating on it. They have complaints to their health department, and the health department has to take these sort of things seriously.
You do.
You have to.
Remember the whole story when Ariana Grande, when she licked the donut?
Yes.
The donut shop got in trouble for that. And it wasn't, they had nothing to do with that. But yeah, they got in trouble for having food out where somebody could do that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Blake, I do feel bad for the donut shop getting all the bad Yelp reviews. I mean, it is a legit concern. You need employees to have hairnets on because you don't want to get, even if it's Blake Lively, you don't want a hair in your donut.
You don't. I mean, if it's Blake Lively's hair, would I accept that in my donut?
You would, because you'd put it on eBay.
I'd probably eat.
You totally would. You try and sell it.
Blake
Lively's donut hair.
That would be good. That would go for a lot of money, actually.
It's got sprinkles on it. But yeah, you have to wear a hairnet, so it is a legit complaint. But like you said, there are a lot of people who don't like Blake Lively right now, and she's an easy target to go after. And this donut shop is just collateral damage.
They should have like enabled her photo op, basically.
Yeah.
Just stay away from, even though you're a friend. Sorry, don't come to my shop.
And nobody else is going to invite her anywhere right now.
Oh, I know. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Let's read out some of your comments now. On Russell Brand, Sammy says, he's a beautiful soul that has made mistakes just like all of us.
Not all of us have sexually assaulted anybody or been accused of it. So
it's quite a mistake to make.
Yeah, that's quite a mistake.
But I mean, he does have loyal fans who think he's a brilliant man. He was my biggest celebrity, like, idol. Like, for a time, like, when I first came to America, Russell Brand was my number one. I got a photo with Russell Brand on, like, the first day I got here.
Kind of look like him.
Kind of
stalkery.
Sound like him. Stalkery.
Well, you're like, he's my idol. I dress like him. I talk like him. I meet him the first day I get to America.
Yeah. I found him. So, yeah, I can sympathize, but I'm not sure I agree, Sammy.
Yeah.
Big J, I'm going with innocent until proven guilty on this one. All right, fair enough.
He hasn't had a day in court yet, so.
Sir Chadius Maximus III, if I got stabbed, I wouldn't wait 26 years to report it.
True, and that is the question here. That's what I said, like, why did it take so long? But also, sexual assault's a different thing than being stabbed. There's a lot of reason women don't come forward with this, and one of it is people don't believe them and then think you're the bad person. Like, what did you do to make him do it? Like, and now there's a lot of reason women don't come forward with this.
Yeah. On the Beckham brother feud, LAW, in brackets, Bad Kitty, says Brooklyn shouldn't care if he's moved on and happily married. I mean, I kind of agree.
Yeah, if you're over it, you're over it.
What's all the negative emotion about? I understand it's weird and awkward and all those things, but to start a feud with your brother?
Miss your dad's 50th birthday and your mom's fashion show, like, yeah,
I think that's a bit like, suck it up. Well, not literally. On Blake Lively, Justin says, I wonder what Justin this is commenting. Justin says, I have tons of money. I have a feeling tons of money is being wasted on this Blake and Justin trial set to go down already. Yeah, lawyers are loving it.
Yeah, it's money being wasted on them. They're happy with it.
They're stoked.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Monkey Man says, good Lord, I just accepted it and eat the hair on my donut. Let's be real here. I think you just eat the hair.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't eat the hair because you might choke on it. Honestly, I'm picky about food and a lot of things. If I see like a hair in food, it doesn't freak me out that much. You just take it out.
If it's like a curly little hair?
Well, that's okay. But, you know, I assume people other than you wash their hair.
I wash my hair from time to time.
Time to time is not good enough.
Sometimes you get distracted or
but
you're doing other things.
It's not the grossest thing in the world to me. I know it should be, but just,
Right. Christy says she's giving I'm too pretty to wear one vibe. I agree. It would lessen her appeal in that shot. So maybe she thought my hair is fabulous. I don't
want to look like some old granny or something.
Right.
And, yeah.
And finally, a comment we can all agree on.
I don't agree on this.
SA 1994 Chemo says Eric is the hottest guy at TMZ.
That is not true, but I appreciate it. Thank you, SA 1994 Chemo.
You do
I'll take it.
have like a lumberjack sort of vibe going.
I guess.
You're there with your plaid shirt. You look like the brawny man right now.
I need some paper towels.
You do. You need an axe.
Oh, I'm not
wood.
great with an axe. I've tried that before.
But if you pose for a photo like all glistening and muscly in the sun.
Well, I'd have to get all muscly first. So.
Right. You're a hot man. You're a hot man.
Oh, well, thanks. You too.
Well,
a greasy hot man. It's
greasy
not
hot man.
sweat, it's grease, but whatever.
Right.
It works for you.
Well, thank you very much for joining me, Eric.
Yeah, it's always fun.
And we'll see you guys here next week. Goodbye.